it's a big part, Walter, of what's going on now. I oftentimes I feel a little bit jealous of them because they're a lot smarter than me. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of more like you, a little more caveman-ish. It's like my daily thoughts every day are to like get balls moving at my hitters because hitting is timing, right? And so we want to affect their timing. We'll throw it, sometimes hold it and throw it slower and throw it harder. And we want to see shapes every day. And so we want to affect their timing. We want them to see shapes, but I like ball moving. Even when we're hitting off of tees, our bodies are moving. We're jumping forward. We're striding forward. We're doing a lot of rhythmic things that get us to understand. I don't stay back. I do go forward. Separation movements, all those types of things. And then when we actually show up to a tee, it's never really in the same place ever twice. Because we start 10 feet behind it, and by the time we work our stride movements and patterns and the actual ability to learn what it is to, as you can see, I'm looking out the pitcher right now and then actually see it early, that's out of his hand, and then actually see it long, which is like down the end of the bat, right? Those are all trained mechanisms. So like body movements and eye training, we do that just solely like when we swing off a tees. We don't ever just stand there and look straight down. We don't just stand and hit a stationary tee. Everything's about moving patterns and learning how to get your body into the good spot. When do I get started? Because I'm a hitter, I'm in control of that. And then it's the margin for error, Walter. It's the width of this screen and more going the other ways you can't even see. It's like good hitters, they can hit out front. They can certainly hit on time. That's kind of the sugar, right? That's the easy one, so to
That's
speak.
the
And then,
cookie. Right.
yeah, then can you hit out of time on the backside of it too? That to me is margin for error. So we're just constantly trying to get our body into the best possible spot that we can to create as much of that margin for error as possible so that we can hit kind of like real estate, right? They say, what are the three keys? Location, location, location. For us, it's just like location is out front, on time, and back. And we want to be able to hit all of them in between because we're not always going to be just right on time and stuff like that. So um, I I know what a hard ball looks like, right? Because I have decent eyes and I understand that it's hit hard. And when it has some backspin and it's going in a gap, I understand launch angle. And those things are important to me, especially when the player's game says, hey, a little more, keep it off the ground, a little more in the air, that's fine. But we certainly don't do it with every single person. We try to get to the same body spot with everybody, but we certainly have some different philosophies in terms of what our faster non-power guys are doing with their ball flights and our bigger, slower guys that have a chance to hit the ball through or over the fence. They're a little bit different. And so, I think as coaches, I don't know if this is getting off tangent a little bit, but everybody always says like in any sport, you got to know who you are, and then I think the coach walks away, and what we're trying to do is define this to these kids on a daily basis so that when they're training, whether we're there or not, they can become the best versions of themselves. And we're talking about a batting order here. It's a baton pass 1 to 9, right? And it's just like I want everybody to understand who the heck they are so that they have the best way to generate our offense and keep the thing moving and all that kind of stuff like that. So